What is up, guys? This is KOJOFOREX, aka GBP Legend, aka Sniper Trader, aka the Sage. If you didn't understand the Sage, it basically means a small account growing expert. In fact, I promised you guys in my previous video that I'm going to be shooting a lot of content covering small account growth, right? If you haven't watched my most recent video, which is what my full margin strategy, then it's literally useless to be even watching this video. That small account growth strategy has everything to do with this full margin video as well, right? In fact, it has all the details required to even get you started in understanding the preamble of which we have set off to be trading and then growing this small account, right? So yeah, I had set up this account about a couple of weeks back, but genuinely I've been very busy within my week, so I never really had time to really focus and then trade on it, right? As I told you guys even in the previous video, which has to do with the full margin strategy, you understand that what you need in-depth understanding, focus, and then time by the chart to be able to even apply some of these principles, right? So yeah, randomly I came back analyzing the market, watching what has transpired on the market, and I saw some very legit opportunity, right? It was very straightforward, and I realized that in fact, I was so late out in the market, but I still figured that I could still squeeze at least a tiny bit of pips from this market. So I'm like, I might as well just take advantage of it and then make some money. In fact, it goes on to start showing you the possibility of what this market has to offer, right? So yes, what I started off, right, if you watch this previous video, like I told you, if you didn't watch the previous video, it'll go a long way to affect your understanding in this video. I analyzed the DXY, and then you understand that the DXY really represents the dollar index, which shows the strength or weakness of what the dollar is doing. So I watched it, and then I saw that the DXY was showing some signs of weakness. I think it was somewhere around this part of the week, right, where it has started, a little bit pushing down, and I figured that with this push down, right, it wasn't this kind of pullback here. It was a full body candle, right, pushing down like that with a full body like that. So with that, then I figured that then there could be a continuous push in some crosses like GBP USD, Euro USD, USD Swiss franc, New Zealand USD, right? And like for GBP USD, right, we had this full blown out candle here. It was literally pushing up, and it was a full body candle, right? But as at the time, now you see the market actually closed here, right? Highest price here, and then came to eventually close here, right? But as at the time that I took those entries, right, the market was actually trading around here, and I kind of still expected that there could be a little more volume to push this to these highs here, right? If you've watched some of my other videos, I tell you guys that when the market is very close to a resistance, it will literally stretch out a little bit to tap into that resistance before even reversing or even consolidating on that resistance. So in fact, it's also one of the tricks that if you're trading, you can really use to your very advantage, right? Let me give you a simple example. Let's say you're trading and then you figure that, yes, this is like a resistance here, and then the market is literally trading around here, right? And then you can see that it is approaching this range, right? Let's use a lower time frame, let's say the 2 hours, so that we see this clearly, right? It's approaching this range. Now, ideally, you may have wanted to jump in here for that buy, but you missed it, right? You missed that buy entry here. And let's see what happened. Let's say even the market was pushing up, right? Let's use this candle here. Here, you came to meet the market here, right? Or even you came to meet it here. The possibility of the market continuing into that ideal range of that resistance, which is like somewhere here, right? The possibility of the market literally covering from this point all the way to tap into this resistance is like somewhat guaranteed, especially when it's very, very, very close to it. And that's where you can even go all out to apply, that full margin concept to cover up that few pips, right? You can do your own risk analysis, measure that, okay, we have about 15 pips to hit here, 13 pips. You expose yourself on the market, quickly you cash out. It's a scalping, right? This is not, swing trading, day trading, whatever. It's quick scalping into the market and then getting off, right? So yeah, it was similar kind of a concept that I applied, right? It's similar kind of a concept that I applied on the GU, which is like seeing the fact that we are approaching this resistance, we're trading around here, and then we could have easily, captured up to this point. So I'm trying to go all out here. So yeah, these are some of the trades. When I took the trade, right, it was a full margin trade. If you see this, it's a live account. When I came back in, I was putting on lot size of 0.1. Remember that the account size is $150. That's when I started, right? So when I took all the positions, I was in the drawdown, GBP USD and the New Zealand USD, right? So when you watch this, you can see that, like I told you, with the cross-referencing, there was quite of a similar thing happening in New Zealand USD as well. New Zealand USD was trading around this point as and when I saw that strength, right? And then I figured that with New Zealand, there's this little bit of resistance here as well, right? And the market was almost just approaching that resistance. So I'm like, we might as well just smash through this resistance here, right? So I might as well just put in some lot size. The market was trading around here. So I might as well just put in some lot size for us to hit here. Remember, I said in the beginning of the video that it was already late entry, but I figured that I still could squeeze out some money from the market, right? And remember, this is an episode of a challenge where I'm going to continuously be growing this money to 1,000, right? But it's just to show you the reasoning behind what happened, right? Subsequently, we were floating some nice dollars, right? About $90. So you can see right here where the entry was, right? Just like I was telling you guys. If you're watching it, you can see where the entry was, right? Very, very, very top, very late entry. But I still believe that we still could make that push. That was why I was exposing myself. And then we had the market now floating in $13, right? $13. What percentage increase is that on a $150 account? Barely more than 10%. Let's say 9% growth. And then we kept pushing to $15, right? So yeah, I was still trading. You can see that's a live account, the same currency pairs, just full margin applying, expecting the market to literally smash into this range. It's pretty easy and then pretty simple to follow. Number one, you must accept the fact that you can afford to lose the money. It's a risk endeavor, right? But also you must appreciate gains and increase. I'll come to talking about appreciating the gains and increase as well. Then subsequently, we're making some more gains, $16. And then we made $17. Still market pushing up, right? And then when we hit $23, I just figured that, look, I might as well just take my profit here. At $23, in fact, that's literally me making 13% in a single moment. In fact, on a very, very late entry, right? $23 converted into Ghana cedis, right? That's how much. Let's just do that quick conversion. $23 into Ghana cedis. $23. That's 140 Ghana cedis on a $150 account. Let's look at what $150 is. $150 is literally 900 Ghana cedis. So you have 900. Imagine that you put that 900 into an investment, treasury bill, bonds, whatever, and expecting a rate of return. Or even if you put it in your savings account, you're not even going to get like 1% increase on it. If you put it in the treasury bill, even for the whole year, you're not even going to make as much as even 6 Ghana cedis on it, right? But I literally traded on the market, and then within a few minutes, right, on a very late entry trade, I made $23, which literally converts into 140 Ghana cedis, right? I applied wisdom to knowledge, which I expect you to do. That I am already late on this entry. It has given me some reasonable gains, and in fact, this is not the end of the challenge. I'm gradually growing this to $1,000. In fact, it goes a long way to expose this $23 to subsequent trade setups when I find them. So that was the reasoning for closing this out, right? Now, if you want to be a small account trader, or if you want to really do well in growth of a small account, I said in my previous live sessions, right, that you have to think rich but act broke, right? I'm going to go deeply into that. But if you don't follow me on Instagram, this is the very point where you go search KOJOFOREX on Instagram and then follow me, because I pull up a lot of Instagram live sessions where I teach some of these basic concepts that's going to improve your trading life as well. So like I said, think big but act broke, right? What do I mean by act broke? In the sense that, yeah, you know that you have a $150 account, right? A thinking big person is going to think that, this $150, this $23 is so small, let me wait for it to hit $100, let me wait for it to hit $200. The setup isn't even right in the first place. But yeah, the market has managed to bless you with a few pips, right? If you're acting broke, it means that you appreciate the fact that $23, as a broke man having an account balance on the market of $150. In fact, $150 is literally a broke account, right? Let's be frank and then real with ourselves here. $150 amounts to nothing in the forex market. So you're thinking big. Yes, one day it will be, one day it's going to be better, right? One day you're going to manage that 6-figure account, 7-figure. But for now, you're managing a That's a very tiny bit of money in the market. But proportionate to account growth, you have made literally 13% in a few hours, right? You got to appreciate that. And then acting broke in the sense that, yeah, you can convert that into your local currency and then that money can feed you for a day or two, right? So yeah, you apply that concept, apply that knowledge, and you can easily book your profit and then wait for subsequent setup in growing this. But that's just a little side of the concept that I applied in securing the bag. But this is a challenge that I'm going to continue to the end. But in this video, I'll just showing you the progress we have made on our account, right? So this is what episode 1 of that $150 to $1,000. In our first setup, we just made 13%, which transpires into $23 book. So yeah, you can see that basically throughout the week, these are the only positions that I took that I just showed you, right? Yeah, so if you love this content and you want me to keep up with this small account growth to that target that we're expecting, you gotta smash the like button, subscribe to this channel. If you haven't done that, we're growing toward 50k for now. We're currently on 41k, and I appreciate all of you joining this channel. Also, make sure to share this video to your friends, right? And follow me on all social media at KOJOFOREX, and clicking the link in the description to join the KOJOFOREX Telegram community. I share a lot of amazing content there and then free signals for the community members, right? Finally, clicking the link to join my broker XNest, right? Register with XNest allows you to deposit a minimum of as minimum as even $1, right? No broker allows you to trade $1, $5, $10, whatever it is, and then you can trade in all your local currencies, whether you're from Nigeria, Ghana, South Africa, right? You want to see your CDs, Naira, Rand, America, Europe, everywhere. You can have your currency on the platform as well, right? Yeah, so without wasting much time, I hope you guys enjoy this content. I'll shoot episode 2 and then show you the progress growth of this account. See you guys.